It's a Tuesday. It's hot. It's very hot. It's really hot. It's going to stay that way really for the next few days. Today and tomorrow will be the hottest days. And the next day, as we go into Thursday, Friday, there'll be some slight cooling. And you'll probably be thinking, I want to go to the beach. I want to go right. These shots of San Francisco's Ocean Beach. It's a beautiful, beautiful day out there. But again, a very dangerous beach. I know it looks like a lake right now, but as that tide, the tide's kind of high right now. As the tide goes out, the rip currents will become more of a thing. So please, please, please be careful. And the other thing with Ocean Beach, and I only bring up Ocean Beach so much because, geez, it's next to a population center of 1 million people or so, approximately, that can get to the beach in about 10, 15 minutes and aren't typically awesome swimmers or surfers or boogie board, whatever you are. And so you've got to be very careful out there, especially this afternoon as the tide begins to recede and the swell starts to stay. It's not a big swell, but the currents, the outgoing tide from the Golden Gate Bridge, so on and so forth. Anyway, okay, enough of the Grandpa Bill stuff, but it definitely be careful. But the beaches are beautiful today. Stez is beautiful. Everybody's beautiful. Here are the numbers for today. We could see, well, again, some of the models are spitting out a $105, 106, 107, some of the inland spots. I'm sticking at a $103. I'm sure they'll be somewhere hotter. They'll be somewhere colder. Tuesday, hot. There's no way around it. Probably see a couple of records. These are some of the forecast highs for today. Needed the coffee. 103 in Santa Rosa, Napa 99. What I note are always these cities like San Francisco at 88, 98 in Hayward. That's hot. I mean, it's hot anyway. But again, when you look at Hayward, San Francisco, Oakland, I'm telling you, I don't know. Maybe everybody has air conditioning now, but I go back when nobody had air conditioning in these cities. San Francisco, nobody had air conditioning. San Jose, some people did, but these areas, and I'm sure some of these old houses still don't have air conditioning. So Concord, a lot of air conditioning out there. But Hayward, maybe not so much. It's going to be hot. And the heat lasts for a while. That's going to increase fire danger. That's decrease the air quality. We'll look at all that. Wednesday's hot as well. Temperatures will continue to stay on the hot side, but maybe a degree or two cooler overall. Some inland areas will be warmer. Some bay areas will be a little cooler. But either way, it's 2 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, nasty hot. And then the 5-day forecast. You can kind of see where we're heading here. We've got hottest day today, nearly as hot or as hot tomorrow. And then this gradual cool down, which is pretty gradual. I mean, it's not like it's rushing around. It's going to take a little while for things to cool off. And with that in mind, you've got these air quality alerts and these heat advisories. The purple area these areas represent an extreme heat warning. These last through Wednesday. The yellow areas, basically all of us are under a heat advisory. And these areas, like part of Marin up here, the purple area, those areas are under extreme heat warnings. And I think a lot of that has to do with population density. Again, San Jose over 100 degrees, it's brutal. It's brutal, especially downtown. And then out in Concord, Hayward, Livermore, you guys are a little more used to the heat. But that you get the idea. It's going to be the hot one today. The fog is long gone. You can see that it has evacuated the area. It's way down here by San Luis Obispo and down towards Point Conception. I'm not seeing a lot of smoke though, as you look at this picture, not a ton of smoke. So that's working in our favor. The model I wanted to show you, here we are right here. And you see California, and then see this ridge over the top, that kind of arcing ridge. That is a broad ridge, which means it doesn't break down very easy. This low up here is going to try to break it down, but it's not going to do so until probably on Friday. So we'll see that. So here's the model. Here's the model run. Push it through, and you can see right there. See that about Wednesday, Thursday, and then right about here. See that area break down? That's the cooling. That's on Friday. So backing it up, see how broad that ridge flat line it is? That's going to stick around for a little while. And then this cuts into it on Friday, and the weekend will be manageable, but then watch what happens. See how it pumps up again? I know there's some perturbances that go through, but look at that, another good size ridge. So next week's going to be pretty warm as well. That's an interesting pattern. That's Tuesday next week. We'll see what happens. But it's going to be hot, so we got to get used to it. San Francisco, Mount Tam right here. Golden Gate Park. Live picture, Sutro Tower Cam. You can get this camera off the, just search Sutro Tower Cam. It's awesome. Air quality looks pretty good though. Angel Island here, Alcatraz here. Not a great day for sailing on the bay. Golden Gate Bridge here, but just beautiful. We do live in the, I'm telling you, we pay a lot to live here, but it's awesomely worth it. This is Mount Tam looking south. Here's Sutro Tower here. If you can see it, barely make it out, a little hazy. And then you can see the mouth of the Golden Gate Bridge, or the Golden Gate. And then you see Ocean Beach all the way down to Montero Mountain here. On the other side, that's Half Moon Bay. Down in here is Point Bonita and Fort Cronkite. Well, Fort Cronkite's over here. Okay, so those are live pictures. This is not live, but, well, it's essentially live. These are the air quality alerts or areas. This is purple air. There's spare the air alert through today, for sure, through at least Wednesday. Air quality looks okay. Purple air is measuring ground level ozone. So worse in the mornings and the evenings, I suspect, and that has because you got a lot of cars out there. Car exhaust, when it interacts with sun, photochemical reaction, it creates O3, which is ozone is O3, 3 oxygen atoms attached to each other. Ozone, awesome in the upper atmosphere, protects us from ultraviolet radiation. Ozone at the surface, bad for our lungs, bad for those that have pre-existing conditions. So these are essentially measuring ground level ozone layer levels. And you can see in that urban areas, you're seeing increased levels, but none of it looks horrible. Watching this map all day, this is the fire.org or watchduty.org. Looking for, this is a pretty current fire. See how it's bright yellow? These areas, these are fires with the gray around that are basically being pretty much stomped. This one's being pretty much stomped. But today, we will see fire starts up and down the state of California. There's no way around it. Now, where's the wind? That's the great thing. I mean, the good thing. There's not a lot of wind. There are some areas where the wind's up in the hills. Los Trampas, I saw it 25 miles an hour this morning. But the firestorm winds are not being forecast with this heat event. So that's a bonus. We'll keep an eye on the fires, though. This thing updates really beautifully. Watchduty.org. It's on my links. But this is a good one if you're worried about fires, because it'll pick it. As soon as you hear a siren, you click it. This thing updates really fast. CAL FIRE does an awesome job. This is Ocean Beach. I wanted to show it to you because, yes, you want to go to the beach. I want to go to the beach. Tide's a little beefy. It's coming in. See a bunch of folks out there surfing right now. It looks like more of a longboard day. Not a lot of rip current, but that's because the tide's fat. When tide starts to go out, the waves will start to break a little harder. It's not a super dangerous day, but because of water temperature, which is down in the upper 50s, you're hypothermic within 15 minutes if you're not wearing a wetsuit. So think that way. This is Stinson Beach. Somebody said, that's optimistic. I think that's a kite. I think that, no, maybe it's a tent. I was going to say kite surfer. I see strings. Well, yeah, I don't think that's a kite surfer because today is not the day for kite surfing. That's Stinson Beach. Very warm, almost zero swell. The swell's going right by it. Here's Montero Mountain down here, and we're facing essentially kind of south. It's Stinson, and so the swell's doesn't have as much south in it at all. So we got Stinson, then we got Lindemar right here. And you can see it. There it is. And Lindemar looking good. Temperatures there generally going to be in the 70s and 80s. So a beautiful day out there. We'll take another peek at the 5-day forecast. Again, just be careful if you go to the ocean. Be careful with the sun. Drink plenty of fluids. The heat is the thing that takes you out. We know that more than any other weather phenomenon. Heat is the thing. Okay, I'll try to keep posted up on this tomorrow. Maybe if there's anything occurs today, I'll give you an update. Take care.